Good morning. My name is Ted Hurley, and I'm a longtime parishioner here at Holy Redeemer Church. Growing up, our family went to church every Sunday. My dad was involved in parish committees, and my mom and sisters were in church choirs, and I was an altar server. I knew the Mass and the prayers, but something was missing. God was the creator, but he was very distant, far off. Praying was cold. When I prayed, it was like praying to a wall. I didn't know that it was possible to have a relationship with God, and even more that he loves us so much. That all changed when I was a youth. My sisters were in a musical called it's hard to say. My sisters were in a musical called Godspell. Has anyone heard of that musical before? I see a few hands. The musical is like if Jesus came to earth in the 1970s instead of 2,000 years ago. And it was done with a 1970s style and flair. In fact, Jesus even had an afro. It was fantastic. The music was amazing, and all the parables were acted out. And I loved the play. It brought the teachings of the Bible to life for me and had great moments as the apostles got to know Jesus. They laughed and they cried and became close friends as Jesus taught them many, many things. During the second act of the play, it got more serious with the Last Supper. Jesus shared the bread and the wine with the apostles, and he said his goodbyes. And they didn't get it. The apostles didn't understand what was happening. But I knew what was happening. I knew the story. Jesus, after the Last Supper, was arrested, and soon after crucified, and then died on the cross. I didn't want that play to end. I loved it. But I also didn't want Jesus to die. In a theater, for the very first time in my life, I prayed in a way that I had never prayed before. I didn't just say a prayer. I prayed a prayer. And it was a very simple prayer. The prayer was, Jesus, why do you have to die? And Jesus wasn't that far off God. He was right here. I didn't get a loud, booming voice like Moses and the fire. Jesus answered me with a whisper in my heart. And he said, I have to die for my friends so that they can be united with me in heaven. I have to die for you. Jesus has to die for you. And he has to die for you. He has to die for you. He has to die for all of us so we can be united with him in heaven. At that moment in the theater, I cried. And I understood that God isn't that far off God, but that he's right here with us. And that he loves us so much. Through his death on the cross and through his resurrection, he takes away our sins and open up the gates of heaven so that we can be with him forever. Did this encounter change my life? Absolutely. I still have problems. I still have struggles. But it opened the door to a deep relationship with Jesus. Love came into my life in the most intimate way, with the beloved. There is a song from Godspell called Day by Day, which sums up how it changed my approach to living. Day by day, O dear Lord, three things I pray: to see thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, follow thee more nearly, day by day. I would like to leave you with this challenge. If you don't have a deep relationship with Jesus, or if you want your relationship to be deeper, take a moment. It can be right now. It can be when you receive Jesus in the Eucharist. It can be later today, tonight. But try sometime soon and pray. Just a simple prayer. Jesus, let me know you. This will be the beginning of the most amazing relationship. Thank you.